Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on a set of tools for dulcimer players, and the tool we're working on is the calendar of festivals. We've got most of it working, pulling things from the internet and displaying them on our screens, but the HTML notes are a little bit flaky or fuzzy. Okay, boy, it's hard to remember where we left off. Let's run the app. I think I did a quick test case before I closed my system down on Thursday. I guess it's... Well, Event Mapper puts the notes in. Where's that coming from? Description. Yeah, I guess, well, so we have notes coming in. They, at least for the ones we're getting from the Google's calendar, are HTML. And we've formatted them through HTML to markdown. And we were getting some funny stuff. It was something about like, it would have strong, bold, new line, end bold, and strong. For no reason I can see, that appears to be the HTML code coming in. So let's find an example. Okay, yeah, here's one. So star, star, new line, star, star. So the star, star is coming because bold is star, star. And if you have strong or bold, you're going to mark it star, star. But it doesn't seem like a very good deal. Okay, this is Colorado Dulcimer Festival. I think I had a better example somewhere. Well, that's kind of an odd one. Okay, well, Zanetti, that's going to be a unique word. Can't select. All right. Where is this? So it must be on the display. Let me search. Event view. Okay. Oh yeah, here's what I did. If the string contains sponsored by the Mountain Dulcimer, I printed the in and the out. Okay. So the input string, let's see, is that, I got such delay, I can't tell if it's visible or not for you. Let me move it over here a little. Okay, so one of the entries is the Mountain Dulcimer of Ohio, Society of Dayton, Ohio. And here you can see, well, you can see some weird little things. Yeah, there's a strong B, BRB / strong. Okay, so that is being generated. Well, Google is giving us that, so we don't have a choice about seeing it here. However, what it ends up looking like, for more information, okay, star, star, new line, star, star. I saw something somewhere. Something I saw implied that if you wanted star, star on a line, you had to close it at the end of the line. So I think it's bizarre Google's putting that out there in the first place, but I'm very, very sure we have no control of that. The bad thing is, all right, so let me just put it in comments for a minute here. Okay, so if I have new line, some stuff, star, star, new line, star, star, next line. Okay. It seems like that new line is being bolded, which is what it was in the source file. Okay. In which case I could probably go through and turn star star new line star star into just new line. But consider this. Well, let's do it like that. So the first one just has the star star in star star, spurious. The second one, well, some stuff was terminating, so we can't just look for the pattern star star in star star because the second line is a legitimate occurrence of it. Ugh. Oh, I don't want to do too much work, but this is very annoying. Well, it's not the most annoying thing possible. Let's see. Which one are we after there? It's the Dayton Society of Ohio. I don't remember when their event was. Oh, it's in Ohio. Okay, let's go down. We're in location. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Yeah, so my understanding, I saw it somewhere, which makes it true, that if you wanted some stuff next line to be bolded, but you have a new line in the middle, that you're really supposed to start bolding it on this line and bolding it on this line, start over bolding it and do that, implying that the star star doesn't carry over. Now, I think there's about 0 chance I'm going to figure out that I'm going to pull up where I saw that from, but I will take a quick try. So this would have been Thursday. I'm on a different screen. It's amazing how many pages you look at in a day. And, well, I'm seeing some markdown. Okay, let's see if we can find a useful can bold continue across lines in markdown. Yeah, so you're seeing my links that I've looked at already. Okay, multi-line bold or multi-line code. Okay, that's more about code blocks. How to bold in markdown. Okay. Okay, asterisk, bold a line or phrase. Paragraph. It's okay to be in the paragraph. How bizarre, he doesn't show 2 phrases. Yeah, here you go. Mismatched number of opening, closing asterisks, double check. So, well, I may not be interpreting that correctly. I took it as saying you couldn't continue. Somewhere I saw something about it, I thought. Let's search a little bit more. I'm trying to find a link that... Okay, well, maybe it's not illegal. The problem is, if I replace this, I don't know if it's... Now, another option is maybe I should deal with it at the source level, right? If I see this, which Google likes for some reason, I could definitely just turn that into BR. So, hmm. Well, okay. So this is our HTML. Okay, I found it better to put a break at the front. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think it's a reasonable thing to say. It's not Google doing it. It's Swift HTML to Markdown, right? Because Google, you can certainly open tags. Well, yeah, I don't know if you can do it across a paragraph, but a BR tag, I think you might be able to. Okay, so let's just do something that gets rid of this, because I think this is the thing that's occurring consistently. Okay, now this one's legit. Strong, I don't know why strong and bold, but okay. But yeah, that one is on the line. Okay, so we're going to do a translation. So do we have a test for this guy? Event view to Markdown. No. Well, that function is not really a view function, is it? It's really a... What's he doing? He's returning a localized string key. Well, is that a Swift UI thing? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I can put a test on event view. It's not... Is that returning a string? Yes. Okay. Let's go the other way. That could be. We see it more than once though, so I mean it may be... Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I think one thing is here, we're returning localized key. I want to pull the localized string key out because we're not doing anything with it as a localized string key. This is my little debugging code. I'm going to take that out, but I'm going to capture this bold BR strong bound. Oh, now that's weird too. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's the whole thing. Okay. My to do. Oh, I copied it in here too. Okay. All right. So let's fix HTML that causes markdown problem. Okay. And I think of this as just being one of those tweaks we have to do just the way life goes. We're compensating for what I believe is maybe an error in the HTML markdown, but it might just be a difference in interpretation. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, strong is the new tag, right? That you're supposed to use instead of bold, but they may be having bold to cover, browsers from 1867 that don't support strong, I guess. Something like that, possibly. But yeah, both of them is kind of really redundant. So, let's see. Where did that thing go? Event view. Okay, so my first trick is I'm going to externalize, or I don't know the right way to say this. In effect, what I'm going to do is extract a method that returns just a string, and then wrap it with a localized string key, regardless of what it returns. Because I don't have the automated tools here, I'm going to do it manually. So I'm going to make toMarkdown return a string, and I'm going to pass it back and convert it on my way back. Convert it in the view. Okay, now toMarkdown, I want it to return a string. Okay, so I'll take the localized string key off here and here. Okay, so that should run. I guess we'll run it manually. And now with this, I think toMarkdown can live somewhere else now. It's not, nothing about it is tied to event view per se. It's something that takes a string in HTML and marks it up in Markdown. Okay, now this does not change anything. Let's see, find Ohio, I guess. Okay, yeah, a lot of space there, but that's in the original. But this is the part that's a little wonky. Okay, and I may be able to go in the originals and trim out some stuff or something. It seems a little awkward, but that's okay. All right, so anyway, that works. Let's take this out. I think maybe like event mapper maybe is the place. He takes description. Yeah, let's do it in event mapper. So I see event to event. Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to make this an HTML string. And we need the import. All right, and given the HTML string, we're going to do document.parse and get the result as markdown. Okay. Yeah, so event mapper, does he have a test? No, he's just as bad. Okay. Okay, so the test is, given an HTML string, do we get the markdown string we expect? All right. So, event mapper converts HTML to markdown. And we're not even, okay. Okay. Oh. It's kind of cold here today, and my hands are just not functioning. Just really annoying. All right, so we expect result equals, and I don't even know what it's going to do. Event mapper is the only place where you use third-party packages. Well, the I think the actual well, maybe that's interesting, isn't it? It's maybe good in a way. I thought we had another place that did, but yeah, we have a few. Well, these are tests. The calendar parser is separate. Okay, but yeah, it's kind of limited. Okay, so I don't know what it's going to do with Hello World. I'm going to just find out. I don't think it'll. I don't know. I'm mostly checking it. I trust it on this. Oh, 2 markdown and scope. Let's put that. We'll make it static. And I don't think we're done moving things around. I think we can do this purely as part of the conversion, so we'll move towards that. Okay, so it turned it into Hello World Hi. Oh no. Oh yeah, pound. Hello World. Really? 3 lines? Can't quite tell if there's a space there. 1, 2, 3. Hi. No new line. See if I can get this right first. Hello World triple N. New line. Is there a space there? Is that a new line there? Pound Hello World. Oh, exclamation point. 1, 2, 3. I think that looks. I don't know. Can't tell if that's the same. That's a lot of new lines for one simple translation. Okay. Keep trying. It's funny, he doesn't give me the string like that. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Is that 4? I got 3 plus that one. Can't tell if there's anything else going on. Paragraph adds 2 new lines. Okay, that does make sense. If it just added 1, it would look very crowded. Okay, I'm off. I think I can get it to tell me better. Okay. Pound. So maybe this is on a new line. One, 2, 3, and there. 1, 2, 3, and there. Okay. Try again. Yeah, maybe both. I mean, that would be explain why so many. Oh, golly. Can I copy this? No, of course not. Why would you want to actually see it? Show. Okay, pound space hello world, not pound new line. Hello world. Okay, let's try again. How many tries can it take? But I guess when we replace it, we're replacing it with BR so it can do its own thing. Oh, golly. Oh. Hello world new line. Pound space hello world. Apparently 4 new lines. Oh, it's going to let me copy now. One, 2, 3. Hello world. Pound space. Hello world. 2, 3. Oh, jeez. I just don't see it. All right, let's do the file thing then, I guess. Okay. Hello, comma. You're right. Jeez. Sorry. I saw somebody doing a quiz over the weekend of like, what's the canonical hello world? It's like, I think I'm trying every variation here. Okay. Wait. Well, that was so fun. All right. Um, okay, before get the case right there, all lower, which I think is kind of normal. Okay, we got that stuff. I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm going to tell it to, I want it treated like this. Because I don't really care what the translation of that is. Because I'm trying to muck with the HTML. So I'm going to expect result equals actual. Of course, I'm getting these backwards. This is expected. And I try and use those two words sometimes for this sort of thing, expected and actual. Okay, so these should be the same, whatever the markdown is. It's a little bit of a two-stage test. And I think that's going to fail now. I think one's going to have a bunch of new lines in it and stars, and the other one's not. Okay, yeah. So we expected before, after. It's generating before star, but new line after. Okay. Now back to event mapper. All right. So I want to say func remove extra bold tags in a string yields a string, and I want him to call that before he does anything. Okay, so we're moving that away. Okay, and for now, let's just return HTML string. Should fail the same way. I think that wording is very confusing. Test run with 66 tests failed. Okay, I don't know. It just, I see the 66 tests failed and I always panic a little. Okay, so convert HTML. Yep. All right. And then this is replacing occurrences of with BR, and the occurrence is this. But I had options. Okay, so I don't care if it gives me capital strong or any of that stuff. I want to just replace it. All right. Good. Now let's go back to the event view. Okay, we are calling to markdown. And he's out of here. Okay, that looks like exploratory junk. That we don't need anymore because we were showing the URL twice and that took care of that. So that's why that was commented out at some point. All right. So this should be okay. Let's just make sure things look a little nicer. I don't think we had any other problems on the HTML that I saw. Okay, I mean, extra space there, but that's probably in the original. Oh. Okay, let's find out what's up with that one. Zanetti. This one looks okay. A little big spacing wise, but that's the markdown converter. Yeah, I think I can look at these. Let's see, do I have... Let me see if I can get the original up. That's a little weird too, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to look at Southern Wisconsin Dulcimer Workshop. Let's write them down. Okay, there was one with Nina Zanetti, a wonderful finger picking artist. And then Southern Wisconsin Dulcimer Workshop. Dulcimer Doings I thought was spaced out a little funny, but there was something. Yeah, let's look at it. Some of these are probably, they look better. They just happen to look better online. Let me go top down. Okay, that all looks fine. Dulcimer Adventures. Google just doesn't want to wake up here. Okay. That looks good. Zanetti. Thought I had one more with a weird thing in it. Well. Okay. Yeah, finally. Okay. So I guess we should go back here by date. Okay, this one's in April. Come on. April 4th through 6th. Whoa, where are they? Can't, it's just so slow. Ugh, okay. Okay, so this is... HTTPS, Southern Wisconsin, dulcimerclub.com, parenthesis, and then we have it twice. All right, let's... I probably double pasted something, yeah. Okay, so that probably is going to be okay. This was a bad format because it had the 2 in there, so I don't know. Regenerating it is a problem. Let's see, what else did we want to do? Okay, so fixed at source. Bad URL. Okay, Dulcimer Doings, Dulcimer Adventures. That is July. Come on, Google. Let's go back. We had pretty cold last night here. It was five Fahrenheit, I think, or something. And I never know if the internet's going to get a little flaky from that or what's the deal. Okay, this one I think has an extra blank line up top. Am I able to edit it? No, that does not seem to be the case. To Canada. Huh. I don't know why that space is there. Cruise July 5th through 12th. Yeah, I don't know what that space is from. Okay, let's these look okay, the featuring stuff. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's what it is. I guess if we know it's July, we can. Well, we got the dates, and that's notes. They just have the URL. I don't know if that's the URL or if, I guess that's the URL was at the bottom of the page on that one. I don't see anything. Walnut Valley, September. I went to that and it was like 105 every day, it seemed. Just melting. Okay. Yeah, that's tight as it can be there. It's funny, there's a blank line there. I mean, visibly, but it's nothing I can delete, so I don't know. All right, so that's, well, Valley, unexpected blank line. Okay, Dulcimer Doings. Mountain Dulcimer Music Fest in March. Okay, let's go with that one. Featuring, so there's bold on that line. So that may be the optional. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with those. This one may be one of those cases like the other one because it was expected to be bold on the line, and somehow it's got an extra new line in there. Okay, yeah, let's try that. You gonna take me back there? This is. Well, it doesn't seem like it's got a new line there. No. Nope. Those were fast, and then the other one was Dulcimer Doings. Okay, and that's February. Yeah, so this blank is like the other ones. They do have blank lines. I mean, that could be trimmed up here. I mean, I think that would. That would help there. Interesting. Like even in Google, right? I mean, this seems to be. Is this one? Yeah, this is. No. But I'm going to have each one of those on its own paragraph, kind of. Well, I brought that a little bit up. Save that. Okay, so apparently randomly. Oh, now this one. Where's the location? Maria Stein, Ohio. Okay, that's there. That's what we're doing. Yeah, normally it's date, city, title, and then notes. Okay, so I think this one, the fact is there was a blank line between them, and maybe it just magnifies it in the markdown conversion. This, I don't know, but there's several, I mean, 3 or 4 that seem to have that blank space there for some reason. Yeah, good point. I don't know if we have the whole ACS file here, but let's take a look. Maria. I wasn't thinking about the fact that we had multiple conversions going on. Okay, sponsored by Spiritual Retreat Center. Okay, so there's that. BR strong B. Okay, but then the end B is here. B/strong paragraph. Yeah, I think part of it is it's the paragraphs, and then we had something there like this right before the end of a paragraph. So we have a new line, a BR, and a paragraph in the original source. So I think that's I think that part's just a consequence of the Google's formatting. Yeah, it's the paragraph that's generating so much. I don't know if we can configure that. And I don't know what this space is, because that seems like it's kind of, well, I did put that new line on the front. That was something else was making me want to do that. Let me take that out and see what things look like. Event mapper, no, event view. Because they were showing weird. To markdown. Yeah, if I didn't have this, it was definitely acting weird. Okay, but let's see. Maybe this has improved something. So yeah, that's that first one. But it didn't cause problems for everybody, so I'm confused. There's something going on there. Let's see. What was the other? Dulcimer Adventures. Yeah, I don't think I had enough. I think this file was pulled before I did the whole thing. Okay, where are you running? Okay, we haven't adjusted the calendar elsewhere. Oh, but it did get rid of that. Okay, well, maybe I don't know why it mattered sometimes and not others. And it's still there in some. I don't remember Dulcie Moon having that space before. Okay. Castaway. And some of them definitely don't. It's better though without it. It seems. Oh, here's why. Maybe. No, that's something else. Okay, let's look up March 23rd. With Ken Kalodner and Marilyn Michael. Well, I'll put a space there. I don't see why I should have to, but I do notice this looks very tight. So if I do this and that, no, I don't know. Google's not consistent when I have a complete new line versus a shift return kind of thing. I'll leave a space there. It just helps the calendar, but weird. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of things with space. No, I should fix the other one too. Oh, yeah, we're still looking at the old one. And this one doesn't have that problem. April 20th. April 20th. Huh. Yeah, I have no space after this one and just the normal new line, and somehow it comes out right there. So there's something going on. All right, this one needs it. Dulcimer Jamboree. Boy, that's very... that bold is annoying. April 25th. Dulcimer Jamboree. Okay, I guess I will put this here, but I'm taking this bold off. That's just overpowering. And there's that word sanctioned. I don't know why a word like that gets completely opposite meanings. Sanctioned could be it's allowed and supported by the Will Not Valley Association, or it could mean you're being penalized for it, you know. But okay. Let's get this one too. May 19th. May 9th, not 19th. So the deal is, if you do some of these regional championships, then you may be invited to the national one. If you win the regional, you definitely get to go to national, I guess. Okay, May 17th. Well, this maybe needs that. Okay, I mean, that's looking pretty good. Oh, this one looks much better. Yeah, I think on the whole, this stuff is improved. Oh, interesting. This one, Dulce Moon, this one has the extra space there. Okay, let's go check that one out. Then I'll call it done. I'm not going to regenerate and make you sit through that. Okay. completely weird. Nothing after it. Okay, so that's just an inconsistency. I don't think it's us. I mean, I think the source is very close. I guess that should be the first one here, right? Just about. Dulce Moon. Let's see if there's another one. No. Okay. Well, I think between all that, we've addressed what I think I need to address. I will regenerate those at some point, but I think in terms of the formatting for these things, that fits what I think we should do. There's a little bit of oddness around, this one does not have a blank line and the other one does, but I think that's okay. All right, now I deleted that Briar. Somebody may be looking for that. Let's just make sure they're not. Probably at least one test that is. No, maybe not. Hello World, one line. Well, that really was weird. I wouldn't think it would take it out of the beginning. Okay. So move HTML generation to event mapper, add a filter to remove unnecessary bold tags from Google's HTML, but not handled well by our markdown converter. Okay. All right. Well, that took an hour to shake out, but I think the result is reasonable at this point. The changes, the things I'm not seeing, I'm seeing occasional extra blank lines for no apparent reason, and some places where I think there should be a space, but Markdown Converter didn't think so. I'll tweak those. I'm willing to do that. Okay, so fix HTML that causes the Markdown problem. Convert this to BR. Okay. Oh. Well, let's see what the newness of the data one was. That's still not right. Okay. I'll put it in to do that. I did tweak it at the source, I think, and we'll just double check. What's this really? Mountain Dulce, March 14th. And that'll just be some homework for me. I think these others are fine. That's all example stuff. Yeah, I don't know. They eliminate \p's. I think /p's, they're just the way it is in Google stuff. I'm not going to eliminate that. All right. This we did. Okay, so location. So right now we just show the city and state, but some events are just virtual, and some of them are virtual or city and state. So the Sandbridge one, that was in March. That one is actually virtual or Sandbridge, Virginia. And the one right above it is just virtual. So we've got kind of 3 cases to consider. And let's see that. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have one more thing out of here. I think we can do markdown here. Let's twist this around. Description equals empty, then empty else self dot to markdown of description. Okay, so I proved it's all right. So we're doing it there. We don't need to do it in the view now. The localized key. One, two, three. Okay. And I think that's okay. We're saying our notes are marked down. All right, and I will just. I guess I got to run tests too. Could be somebody that cared. No, I'm doing something wrong. The description is nil. Go to that. Otherwise that. No, something's wrong. If the description is nil, just return empty string. Otherwise, return markdown of the description. Decode text. Okay. If not empty, then turn it into text. Something's wrong, though. All that stuff that just looked good does not look good anymore. We're getting a raw markdown. Ugh. Okay, let me... So event has markdown. Was it deleting VR again? Or was it cached before? Well, maybe... Let me revert and try again. I think that's probably faster than me. Oh, what are you different about? Okay, I was doing that. I'm just doing this. Percent at... Maybe it doesn't... Well, let's undo these three. I think it may be something about the way the localized key works that keeps me from doing that. But I may be wrong. I don't know why it would. Yeah, that looks okay. I guess I can try and do it again. All right, so before, you either have the description, if it's a string, if it's not nil, otherwise empty string, okay? And I'm saying, what if you got to markdown of that string? Well, I guess I'm saying I'm going to turn it into this first. Description equals nil goes to empty, else description bang. Let's take it piecewise. And I don't see how that could affect it. And other than that one annoying one, it looks okay. All right. So now I'm going to do to markdown. Description bang. I'm going to leave them both, which should be a little weird because it's running markdown on markdown. Seems wrong. Well, that looks okay. Okay, so now event view, event notes is empty, is not empty, then show it as a localized string key. And we think it's already get it. Wow. Okay. So something about... Yeah, so it's something about this localized string key and the way it builds up this localizable strings. Like, it's got the knowledge now. I don't know, that seems weird. $@ goes to nothing. $song goes to nothing. Yes, some people might not have any. I mean, I don't know if we have any examples, but there may be one. I guess we're looking for somebody who looks the same. Well, these all have URLs. Most of them will have URLs, not all, but they're not required to, for sure. And I'm shocked when I've had ones where people don't give me the URL for stuff. It's like, come on. What are people going to find? Okay, so no, I don't have an example here, but I think what's going on is the localized string key. Yeah, we turned empty descriptions into empty strings in here. So that was this bit. If it's nil, make it into an empty string. So everybody gets a string. But I think what's going on is something about localized string key and how it interacts with localizable. And I'm not sure if it looks at this one and it thinks, well, I know what that is. That's / whatever, versus a function call to something else. And okay, I'm gonna do a weird experiment. Okay, so I'm going to try and throw in a function. Let's see if that's enough to trigger it differently. I mean, I'm sort of okay if it maps it from the event view calling into the event mapper, but it just strikes me as, yeah, okay, so this is bizarre. But yeah, it's something about the localized string key. If it sees a function, it goes like, well, I don't know what to think that's going to be. I better just, let it go in as itself. And if it sees a string, it thinks, well, I know what to do with strings. I'll format them the right way. So I'm going to put one of my rare comments. This prevents, I guess it should go at the function level. Okay. So a little weird. And I don't know, maybe there's a version of localized string key that can be told to don't do that or something. String literal. What's a string value versus a string literal? Oh, I think this one actually has to be a literal string. Let's see if it requires it. So if I say string literal, what if we make notes optional? Well, the problem is not being optional. The problem is it's, I think it's the locale stuff. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Right. So I think, oh, wait, I got to take this out and see if this can work without it now. I guess it was no difference with it. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess that's what that's for. um, it's, I guess it's saying I won't interpolate it for you. I don't know. It's a little weird. um, but I think we're saying we want this exact string to be used without it trying to put it in the dictionary for us, the locale strings conversion dictionary, whatever that thing's called. All right, so I took rid of id, so let's check tests, but I think we're okay. There may be one test that breaks because of that. Something about the notes, right? Okay, trying again. Does that any better? There's something weird when my system reboots that it sometimes loses the mic. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, well, this is exactly. I mean, I don't know how to explain the problem, but this is exactly what we were seeing with some of these things, that they put a blank line at the front before their description. Is it everybody? No, that one's not. Yeah, I mean, it seems like about half the time. I don't know if that means if I run the test again, it'll not do it, um, but I think there's just something going on. I think it's in the markdown parser, and I don't know what it depends on. Um, I mean, we could trim out leading new lines because I don't think they should be there. I don't know what the problem with this one was. Same two tests, I imagine. Okay. Oh, it's the same. Okay. Mostly the same text, but where's that show? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the extra trimming, I guess. Dot trim prefix. Characters in you have an extension. I'm not sure what that means. Trimmed. Yeah, he takes off both sides. I don't think that's going to be right, because if there's trailing new lines, that's actually kind of okay. But yeah, we can. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's just do the trim prefix thing. Well, is there his new line? Trim prefix while his new line. Well, let's do it this way. That's true. Now he's not going to like it. Cannot convert expression of type nothing to type string. Oh. Oh, okay. He doesn't return it. He just modifies it. How weird. Isn't that bizarre? Wow. Mutating function does not. Okay. Is there a trimming prefix? Yeah. Oh, how weird. Okay. Okay. Markdown trim prefix is mutating on the string, so that should do it. Weird. Yeah, there's a lot of times I get substrings back from stuff, and it's just like, that's just never convenient. I want to give substring a as string method, and then I can at least call it at the end of the as a function. Oh no. Bad enough to go through that, and it doesn't work. Okay, we're due for a break, so let's take a break. We'll come back and see what we got. That looks pretty good to me, but 3 or 4 minutes and see what comes. Well, all right, welcome back. So here's the result of that last run. So the converted value is Bob White space HTTPS DP news. My expected was new line, and I think the input is intended to be HTML, and so the new lines can get ignored, and it's perfectly valid to do that. So I think the test really needs to take care of that. I think before it didn't matter because we weren't running it through the whole pipeline, but that is legit here. So returning it as space is fine. I don't know what the second one looks like. We have a new line. I think I imagine it's going to be the same thing. A new line should be mapped, or can get mapped to a space by the parser. /hour, that's a little weird. Featuring our own Bob White, no new lines. Okay. Yeah, new lines. Okay. So, yeah, it's a function of, because HTML ignores new lines and the markdown is free to ignore new lines, it's okay. New text manipulation on the web server. Yeah. I have to make sure this is all passing now. I think in our case, well, the stuff we get from Google, it's just the raw file. We're dealing with it, So I think from my perspective of just kind of touching things less, it'll be easier for me to generate that file and stick it on a website, which in the future might be automatic. But I don't want to try and run some system there to try and do anything to it. Okay. But it is kind of annoying. All right. Next thing, location virtual. If flag is set or virtual, or handle just state or just virtual plus territory. Okay, so we're probably an event mapper still, right? We have a location parser. Location. Oh, it's really a display issue, I guess. All right. So event view. Right. So dates and then location. Yeah, we're not taking virtual into account. So let's pull out a function first. Let's see. Format location. Format location for event. Oh, that's not. Okay, that's already being done on the back end or at the event level. Okay, if city is empty and territory is empty, return nothing. Okay, so this doesn't take into account virtual. So let's find event. Okay, let's add in the virtuals test. Come back's empty. Okay. City is empty and territory is empty. Well, if is virtual, I guess return is virtual, else empty. And I think empty is maybe not even the best. Maybe we should say unspecified location. Yeah, let's do that. No city or state not virtual yields unspecified. All right, so now these others, if the city is empty, return the territory. I think we should return the virtual if it's virtual. Okay. If the territory is empty, return the city and unknown. Okay. All right, I guess that's just 3 more tests. State but no city yields state. I'm going to combine these. City but no state, non-virtual. Sorry, state but no city. State but no city virtual. City but no state. I put in a bunch of texts. Unfortunately, it's kind of a weird thing. If the first case, if there's only virtual, then we don't say virtual or, but the others we do. So I think we do have an opportunity to kind of build up the string and do it that way. If it's just virtual, we know it can't happen. So I think, yeah. Okay, so presumably the 3 tests are the 3 here. All right, so yeah, let's try and do that. I recall somewhere that the prefix that this is preferred. I do think I'm going to have to break these out. Oh, I got to check the flag for that. Huh. And I think I'll take that space out. Too easy to miss it. Well, I suppose there's just a lot of combinations in this, aren't there? So all 3, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2. So if we have those 8 test cases, oh, and they still fail. Okay, let's see what we got. That is true. Oh, yeah, you're exactly right. Okay. So this way there is always a location. Okay, virtual. Yeah, that looks much nicer. Let's go find Sandbridge. Virtual or Sandbridge. And Swift took care of the wrapping for that. That's fine. The territories, whatever they say. Oh, there's one. Quarantine Summerfest. Well, that's not right. Did I lose my calendar? June. Walnut Valley, Kansas, USA. That's a little weird. Okay, so this one was June. Quarantunes. Yeah, it does. I don't know. There should be some way, but maybe not. Okay. And then what was the other? Walnut Valley is a little weird. September. Google puts that in sometimes. Yeah, it offers to do that. Okay. I don't know. It's like, how hard do you want to fight for this one corner case? Like I said, this year we have one international festival that I know about compared to U.S., right? There's one in England and everything else is in the U.S. Okay, but on the other hand, what we have is great. If they say KS, they get KS. If they spell it out, they spell it out. That's fine. All right. So let's take credit for that one. Well, it's the fact that in when Google suggests it, they put the city, the state, and the country, and we didn't parse it out that way. We said we would just have the city and state. Most of them don't need a country listed because it's just so rare, and we're treating country as part of this territory field. I could imagine if I had, if I had a more international conferences, I would put the state in there, or I would make the optional country on the end and detect it against a list of countries, and only include it if it wasn't U.S. because the ratio is so low. But we could handle it. But it's like, again, I just don't want to fight for that one case. But if it were a more general app, more worldwide, we would definitely have to deal with city, state, and country. But some places state is not a concept in lots of places. Which Kansas? So should I make it virtual and fantastic and and Kansas? Okay. All right. Label the virtual section on the location tab. Oh, that's pretty easy. Refresh button. I think we did a different way. All right. Label the virtual section. So location tab. The very first one, they're all virtual. Oh, all unspecified location. That's interesting. April. Missed that one. I'm pretty sure the Baltimore Old Time Festival is in Baltimore. But this is not listed, so why not? Calendar by state. That's a good place to look. List calendar.territories headers from text state.description. Yeah. Now, does Sandbridge show up on this list? I wonder if our virtual ORs should show up on the virtual page or virtual section. All right, but the problem is we're listing it. Header is state. We got calendar by territories. But we can just add that. Hmm. Um, I don't know what to do there. I mean, the worst case, if you said virtual, but there weren't any, like you'd get a section header with an empty section, followed by a state that had one. I'm kind of okay with that. Or, I don't know if territory is marked as optional. No. Okay. I think our virtual one is coming up as that. Long name is a territory. So is that going to work? No. I guess we're going to pretend it's a territory. Okay. Yeah, we don't do that now, but maybe we should. Let's pull a variable. I know they're not going to be all the virtual ors. Huh. I still didn't get one. What? Oh. It's down here. Okay, let's do this a different way. All right. Yeah, it's alphabetical. The problem is it's mapping. Oh boy. So I think this is mapping by territory, and that territory comes up empty. Let's look at it in the view. Get this name fixed. Okay, the deal is well, one way I can do it is territory.description is empty, then virtual. Otherwise, territory.description. I don't know how I can best format that. I knew he was going to hate that. And there's surrounding brackets in a new line, so he wants this. Okay, I meant to run it. No. Okay, well that's acceptable. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this one has unspecified location, so he shows up on the list under virtual because he had empty string. Another way to do it would be just run that as a new section in the list and get anybody who said is virtual. Let's try that. Okay, list gets sections and headers. So I think what I'm saying is calendar dot I don't need the events. Maybe I can just say list. Now we're back to being virtual. Yeah. Well, I don't care about the territories. All right, I really want calendar starting in month. I forget we have variations, right? Month territory starting in month. I want this one. Starting in month with filter that I don't care about. All right. Is that one too many of these? Oh no, okay. Event in, and then, okay, that should give me every event. Let's make sure I'm on track. Is there a section index? Well, territory doesn't have to be blank, right? Because it could be virtual or something. So we can't go by territory empty. That's kind of what gets us in trouble. So I think we have to filter. I think we'll have to go through and say only virtual events here, but that's fine. I mean, it's a little awkward, but it's reasonable. Okay, now I need to put some styling on too. But why are you only one event? Oh, he's starting in. Does that only give us... maybe I need to get virtual events starting in... Because it's only events that actually start in that month. Okay. Whereas the territories one... Okay, so let's do functions starting in start a month year. Is virtual a Boolean, And I guess the filter string applies. Yeah. Maybe I can make this work. Is virtual a bool? Oops. Default that to false. Well, no, I don't want that. All right. Okay, and this is testable. So let me start a test for that. What are we at here? Okay, so my calendar. Is there a test for those? A calendar. Okay. This is somewhat similar. Starting in virtual, sorted by date. Okay, so we're gonna make, let's see, valid. Let's make is virtual true. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care what the territory is. So I need one that's valid. So 7/8. Okay, this is wrong state. Let's make this not virtual. Starts too early. We don't want him then, even if he is virtual. Starts early but finishes late enough. We do want him. Okay. So I've got some with virtual, some without virtual. I need one that's both. Well, this one is both. Okay. 27 territory. Starting in virtual. Virtual starting in. No territory. Starts early enough and valid. Okay. But virtual starting in also needs a filter. We'll get there. He's going to look a lot like this. Okay, so get the events ending after the start date with virtual set. That, well, I guess let's take that off and make the test fail. Oh. Okay, I think we sort of proved that already, but we need one that does the name. August fun, June, August fun. I guess I'll make all these virtual. And then we'll add one that's not. Okay. So this should capture the same ones. August and June through August. His start date, and he has the filter. Okay, so this should fail. Whoops, if I call virtual start again. Okay. Now there is still similarity in these things that maybe well, all right. Let's get this working and then we'll look at refactoring that some more. Okay, so now this should be for each calendar virtual starting in event. Now that should be fine. Oh, except for the formatting. No, I'm not sure what the scrolling will do. Oh, God. Why are you still virtual? What is that then? Okay, that has Sandbridge. Good. This does not. So this is the old one. All right. I thought I got rid of that virtual thing. So why is this list? Virtual. Okay, I want to put them in the same list, I think. 1, 2. Oh, but it's territories from. Oy, oy, oy. So what's the routine for the first round of the 4-H? Well, the problem is he is a list of territories. Can I take it out of the list? No, he's still not going to be scrolled right. Ugh. Well, unfortunately, okay, that's pretty ugly. Yeah, and he's not scrolling. Okay. List is doing a lot of work there. Yeah, so this has. Oh, I still have this thing. If the territory is empty, call it virtual. But how do I get the states that aren't empty but are virtual, right? So, yuck. Ugh. What I really want is this thing with no scrolling, but lists built in scrolling. And this thing is the events. Oh no, it's just the territories. Okay. I'm going to toss this. I'm not saying there's no way to make virtual starting in work, but I'm not sure we need it. Okay, let's run this and make sure. We only have a minute. Because I want my main list to run through by territories, but if he does, he's not going to see the ones that, like, empty territory is not really determining that it's virtual. In particular, this one. I mean, this shouldn't really happen, unspecified location, but he's getting unspecified location because he has territory is empty because he didn't specify any location at all. But Sandbridge has a territory, so he's not going to come up with an empty territory, which the pure virtual ones do. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Now, I don't know. What if it said virtual and then followed by virtual or Virginia or virtual or Maryland or something? Each one of those got its own thing. Then I was doing it by territory and virtualness. But I suppose I could put a space in front of virtual and get it to sort right. Ugh. All right. Well, it's something to chew on over the evening, I guess. So I'll be back tomorrow, 2 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time or 7 to 9:30 p.m. UTC. And we'll see what we can do for this. It's really annoying. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.